Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. Or welcome for the first time if this is your first time here. I'm Chef Keith. Not Chief Keef. I'm Chef Keith because I cooks. Yeah, that's what I do. My cooking is fire, but you already knew that everything I do is fire. You know, in fact, I could have been a head chef somewhere like on the highest level, but I had some financial aid problems in culinary school and I had to drop out the class. But you know what? It's still cool because you know what? That gave me room to pursue my musical career, and you could see last week that I'm flourishing in that. You know, I had to ask the Lord to forgive me for showing off all my musical instrumentational talents on y'all like that. It was just like that. But anyway, I'm glad y'all here. We are in part 3 of a series called Verified. If you're a single person, type verified. I'm verified. Type those words, I'm verified, in the chat right now. Verification, as we know, comes on social media when you reach a certain level of status, when you get that blue check and you're considered stamped, you're considered official. But I want you to know, as a single person, you are stamped right now. You are verified. You are enough without a boo, without a spouse, without an engagement, without a relationship, all by yourself. You are enough. And I hope each and every one of you believe that, because with or without a blue check from Instagram, you are stamped and verified by God. Now, in the first 2 weeks of this series, I focused our attention on how to handle relationships if you're single and mingling, how you could avoid certain traps and know what questions to ask so you would know how to proceed if you're in a relationship, so you know whether you're in a relationship that's worth your time or not. And we focus on that. I hope that was helpful. But this week, I'm going to start moving away from the relationship space as a single to talk about how you can just maximize your life as a single and get the most out of and augment this special time in your life. And so we're going to do that by cooking you up a gourmet single meal today. That's what I'm cooking up for you today. And because we're at Chef Keef's, we're not going to start off with an entree. We're going to start off with dessert, because that's how we do it at Chef Keef's. We start off with dessert. See, at Chef Keef's, you don't even have to wait to save room for dessert. We're gonna give you dessert right out the box. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the best daggone part of the meal to me, is the dessert. That's why I wait. I eat the food just to get to the dessert. That's why we're here. And here's your dessert today as a single person. You ready? Yeah, by the way, y'all gonna get the munchies watching this message today. But here's your dessert as a single person. You ready? Enjoy your daggone life. There's enough suffering in the world. You need to have some fun. What would your day look like today if you decided to fill it with joy? We don't throw parties. We get all stressed out. What about the invitation? What about the food? Man, just say, y'all coming over? That's what I'm saying. Y'all come over. You bring some plates if you're coming, because you know you eat a lot. I'm saying have some fun with it. We're like, well, you know, we can't do it then because it might rain, might thunderstorm. Man, it's going to be hot. So what? Go in the house. Loosen up. Just shake somebody next to you. Loosen up. Have some fun. Have some fun. What? Too many Christians ain't doing nothing fun. You don't do nothing no more. You didn't got saved, you start doing everything. Nope, nope, nope. 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 That's why people don't want to be saved. They looking at you and say, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You look, shoot. You know I love Jesus. I love Jesus. He a rock in a weary land. You don't even shop no more. I don't shop. So what would your week look like if you had joy in it? What would this month look like if you strategically said, I'm going to have some joy this month? Let me give you a point. Don't miss this. Enjoy your life. I'm telling you, if I don't know nothing else, I'm on assignment to tell somebody, listen to me, I don't know if it's on the radio, I don't know if you're online, I don't know if you're in this room, I don't know who you are, but whoever you are, God put me here this morning to tell you to enjoy your daggone life. You've been suffering, you've been working 2 jobs, you work for everybody else, you're helping Big Mama, you're doing all the family support, you're a caregiver, you raise children, you done bent your back over, you hiding money, you saving up for a future that you might not even see. The devil is a liar. Enjoy your life. Have some fun. Do what God wants. You got money in your bra, you got money in a CD, you got money you hiding in the credit union. Go on a vacation. Go on a roller coaster. Go jet skiing. Do something. Wait until you get to heaven to have any fun. You don't know how much time you got left. He says, I come that you might have life and have it. I believe that. Just like I believe the devil came to steal, to kill, and destroy, God help me to believe that you came that I might have abundant life. Just put somebody next to you and say, have some fun. Have some fun. Do what you want to. Do it, everyone. Do what you want to. Let's have some fun now. What y'all know about the Bar-Kays? Nothing. Y'all know nothing about the Bar-Kays. Listen. If you're a single person, I want you to type something in the chat room right now. Right now, get ready. I need you to write this down somewhere to hold yourself accountable. This is what I want you to write. I will have some fun. Write that down. I will have some fun. Man, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Get a bucket list. Write down a bucket list of at least 3 things right now. Just write down 3 things you want to do. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see? What do you want to experience in life? What do you want to have? And man, go make it happen. Get to it. Do it like when the pandemic's over though. I mean, don't go out here and kill yourself in a pandemic. But as soon as this joint is over, go make that stuff happen. At least have it written down. And I also want to say this to those of you who are single again, because some of y'all are single again. You ain't been single in a while. Let me first tell you, don't be going out here wilding out now. You out there, don't chill. Take your time. But enjoy your life. Have some fun. Don't live with regrets. It's all lessons. Whatever happened to make you single again, it happened. It's all good. You learn from it. You move on with your life. But make sure you have some fun. All right, y'all hear me? Have some fun with your life. Now, since we started off with dessert, I gotta balance the dessert off. We gotta go to a salad next. You know, the salad is the most healthiest part of the meal. And this is an important part of this message too, because you cannot live your best life as a single if you're not healthy. I will love myself enough to take care of my spiritual and physical health and fitness. I will love myself enough to take care of my spiritual and physical health and fitness. It's amazing how many people take care of everybody but themselves. And in this year, you need to say, when you check out my new single, I'm going to take care of me. Take care of all you. You know, everybody getting a piece of you every day. As soon as you wake up, here come the kids taking a piece of you. Then your sister texts you overnight saying she need a ride. They getting a piece. Then your mama say, can you bring the eggs over? Everybody getting, you get a piece of you at work. They get a piece of you after work. Everybody getting a piece. Church getting a piece of you. It ain't enough for you to go around. You got to put your own self on your own schedule and say, this year, I will start my day by connecting with God and taking care of my body so that I can give out myself from a place of wholeness. That I won't be in a place of deficit and depleted all the time while I'm trying to keep everybody else happy. People calling you from the gym, telling you to go run errands for you while they taking care of themselves. And you ain't took care of yourself. You sick and in the hospital while they taking care of themselves. They at a real restaurant eating real food. You driving through McDonald's because you don't have time for yourself. You got to take care of everybody. Who am I talking to in here? Take care of yourself. See, in the church, let me give you one of the church lies. One of the church lies says, put Jesus first, honey, then put others second, then put yourself third. And if you do that, you'll have J-O-Y. You'll have joy. It's cute, but it ain't accurate. Put Jesus first. Get that. But if you keep putting others second before you take care of yourself, there won't be any of yourself to go around. Put Jesus first. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself. Love on God. Get your body right. Stop eating processed stuff. Eat stuff that keeps you alive. Go to the gym. Make time for yourself. Then when you come out of the house after you've gotten right with God and gotten yourself together, now I can serve y'all. Because if I put y'all first and I don't take care of myself first, I'm going to serve you with an attitude. I might bust you in the mouth. That's what I might do. That's why you're so frustrated, because you don't take care of yourself. Hey, y'all, let me throw a little dressing on this salad. It's looking a little dry. I'm gonna have no dry salad. Then y'all would never come back to Chef Keith. But know this too. Being healthy is not just a physical thing. I see you're in shape and you're a fruitarian, you're a vegetarian, what the health, you're fit, but are you taking care of the me that we cannot see? And that's a different type of care. And when you're the kind of person who cares for a lot of people, one of the things that happens oftentimes is the people who do a lot of serving and support of other people aren't taking good care of themselves. I get sick all the time and get colds and all kinds of things. And my mother used to call it, she'd say, because you keep ripping and running. I don't even know that we're ripping and, what is ripping and running? Like, just doing all that ripping and running. But when you're doing a lot of ripping and running, it makes you vulnerable. And self-care is a very important component to our assignment. Taking care of yourself. Look at somebody and say, take care of yourself. One of the oppositions to self-care is believe it or not, is our schedules. We have positioned our lives in such a way that we don't even have room to take care of ourselves. I work with a lot of busy, successful people. And most busy, successful people, particularly entrepreneurs and business people, will say this, they'll confess this. You know what they say? I don't have a life. And you know what they're saying when they say they don't have a life? They're saying the things that normal people do for recreation and restoration and renewal and stuff like that, they don't have time to do that. Because their whole world is working and serving and taking care of people and taking care of business. I think everybody needs, I call this a personal balance sheet. Now, it's not a balance sheet because in the world of finances, a balance sheet has assets, liabilities. I like balance better. It's really a budget right here. But you have to write down everything in your life that's costing you. And I don't mean just financially. I mean it's costing you. Being a parent costs you. Being an employee costs you. Everything that costs you. Serving costs you. Everything you do that costs you. I'll guarantee you this list is fairly long. And the reason why most people are overwhelmed is because on this side is things that nurture us and rebuild us and renew us, and this list is almost blank. Like I ask busy people all the time, what do you do just for you? I just work.
if all you're doing, you're going to stay in the red because you're never investing in you. And here's the thing, you don't even have to be intentional about your expense column. You're responsible for this. It'll demand you. But you're also responsible for your investment in feeding yourself and nurturing yourself. Like, this is your responsibility. And most people don't get that. That's why they mad at everybody. Like, ain't nobody taking care of me. That's your job. This is very serious. And there are people who are overloaded and overwhelmed because their whole life is invested in others and serving and giving and giving and giving, but they don't do anything to take care of themselves to bring it into balance. Everybody say balance. That's why I call it a balance sheet. Now, you have to add things like what feeds you? Does rest feed you? Does reading feed you? Does traveling feed you? Does fishing feed you? Does going to the spa feed you? Anything that nurtures you, like people wonder why I sit at Wegmans playing pinochle with senior citizens. I'll go to the VFW, be playing cards with them people. I'll be on Sunday. They'll be going, what you doing out here? You know why I'm here? Because nobody at this table wants anything from me. This is the one place I get to do something that I don't have to answer any questions. I ain't praying for none of y'all. I ain't doing none of that. Only thing that drains me is when I lose, because I don't like losing. But when I keep score, I usually win. Amen. Who keeping score? I'll do that. I'll take care of the score. I'm saying, what do you do that feeds you? Now, you got to be careful because this is your responsibility, but you got to be careful that you don't put anything on your income list that could end up being on the expense list. Because if what feeds you is illegal or immoral, or you have to do it inconspicuously, then if you get caught doing it, the consequences might cause you to lose everything that you're responsible for. Look at how it's coming out every day from Matt Lauer to Russell Simmons. I mean, every day somebody else who was basically doing whatever they wanted to do to feed them, but they were doing something immoral, illegal, or inconspicuous. And I'm saying the payoff for that is a consequence that might cause you to lose everything that you value. So now I did what I wanted to do. Now I'm paying what I didn't want to pay. Somebody say amen, Pastor.
Now let me give you something, a little beverage to help wash that self-care salad down. Because a lot of you single people can't take care of yourself because you think self-care is selfish. But the reality is you have to be self-aware and self-oriented to take care of yourself.
You have to be selfish to self-care. And some of you don't even know how to be self-centered enough. Ooh, that's a good word. Self-centering. Self-centered. Centered. Self-centering. That's balance. When you give and give and give and give and give, and then, now you're mad at everybody. Now you're sick. Now you're sneaking. You got to put something healthy on this list. And let me tell you something. When you do this list, because this is homework for you, when you write out this list, they don't have to be symmetrically balanced. You don't have to have the same amount of things on your income list that's on your expense list because it's not symmetric. You can do one thing over here that balances you. One day of fishing can bring you back in balance. Whatever you're thinking. One day at the spa. Listen, how in the world can you work so hard and not have any money to invest in you? That's a whole financial conversation. You pay God, then you pay yourself before you pay your bills. I can't go into that. I don't have time. So make a commitment to you. When you fly on a plane, one of the most shocking things I ever heard on the plane is if we lose cabin pressure in this plane and the oxygen mask comes down, put the mask on yourself first before you put it on your kid. And I say, now that's child abuse. You're going to let the child die? Most of us say, here, Traytron, here. But when cabin pressure is lost, you get weary and dizzy and you can't breathe and you're coughing. And so you got to get yourself together so that you're well enough to help your child.
5 o'clock in the morning. Where you going to be? Outside on the corner. You better get yourself together. Get yourself together. Bah, bah. What's up, Nonchalant? Bah, bah. Get yourself together. You better get yourself together. What y'all know about that? Told you I got talent. Listen, now that you've taken care of yourself as a single, now you can focus on taking care of others. Can I make some suggestions? How about this? Every single person should consider investing time out of your schedule to volunteer somewhere. Volunteering is huge. What organization, what person, what event can you volunteer your time and your talents and your resources to help improve and to make their experience better, their life better? Think about it. If you're not volunteering somewhere now, that is huge for you to consider. Here's something else you consider helping, or someone else you can consider helping. Have you ever considered adopting a child? You know, there are over 400 children in the foster care system in our country right now. 400,000, children in our foster care system. They could use a parent. Think about adopting. What would it be like if you helped to raise a child that you had no responsibility for them being here biologically? Huge. And you're saying, don't children need two parents? And I'm saying that's ideal, but don't most of them live with one? Think about it. Anyway, we're about to go to the most important part of this meal. It's the main course. We've had dessert, we've had our salad. Now we're going into the main course. And the main course is opportunity. How do you seize opportunities in your life as a single person? How do you maximize opportunities? Check this out. When an opportunity opens, it's always following a crisis. Opportunities always follow crisis. Somebody died, somebody got laid off, somebody got injured, somebody got hurt, somebody is gone, next man up. Crisis is the prerequisite of opportunity. If you're dealing with crisis in your life, the Chinese word for crisis is two words, two symbols for the word crisis in Chinese. One symbol means danger, the other symbol means opportunity. A crisis is a dangerous opportunity. Every window has its danger to it. It might close on you. It's a danger. It's high. It's a danger. They're haters with the opportunity, but then there are people you can help. There's jealousy that comes with the opportunity, but then there's opportunity. There's money involved, and we could lose a whole lot, but we can help a whole lot of people. And you got to be willing to walk that line of the risk involved in opportunity, and you got to be ready when it comes. You got to have the right partnerships around you, and you have to be prepared. Every window doesn't stay open. Windows close. And some of you are about to come across opportunities, and the window will not stay open forever. You ain't gonna have 6 months like everybody had to get their paperwork in. You ain't gonna have a year to get your proposal in, and to get your grant in, and to get all your documents straight. You got to be ready. You have to prepare. You have to be prepared for opportunities. What are you doing to prepare for opportunities that are coming? Yeah. Hey, y'all back? Hey, you see where I am, right? I'm at the sink. You know why? Because I want that last question to sink in. Get it? Sink in. I want to, okay. Hey, listen. I really do want to know, what are you doing to prepare yourself for opportunities that are coming in your life? Really? So, like, one of the things you can do is you can, like, work on your education. Like, take classes, take courses that will help expand your knowledge, that will grow your research and your capacity and skill set so that you can maximize opportunities when they present themselves. That's very important that you do that. Take advantage of opportunities by preparing for them. Now listen, I'm almost out of time, but I need to put a little more something on your plate. Imagine you're here as Chef Keef's, and a part of what we do here for you is we give you seconds at our restaurant. I want to add something to you that's a little tricky about opportunities, and that is sometimes opportunities need to be seized, but sometimes you got to know when to say no to even a good opportunity.
Sometimes you got to look at an opportunity and say, you know what, I like that. I like the fact that it's a promotion. I like the fact that it's going to pay me more. I like the fact that it's going to give me power and authority. But then you got to look under it. But what are the obligations? Sometimes the obligations outweigh the opportunity to such a degree that if you have to give up, so I got to take the job, but I got to relocate because they want me to live in the city where I work. But now if I relocate there, I leave my family behind because my mother lives here close to me, and that helps me with the kids. She picks the kids up and takes them home from daycare or aftercare. I won't have that when I relocate there. And if I go there, I won't have my church family anymore. And when I relocate there, my other in-laws won't be able to help me and support me in this situation. So now I got an addition that caused me a subtraction, and the addition wasn't worth the subtraction because I got more money, but I got more problems, and I got less support. So you got to look at that when you make a decision about an opportunity. Because what looks like an asset could become a liability. But because we're so hungry for the opportunity, we don't count the cost. And I'm saying you got to see some opportunities that come into our life are going to disappoint us to have to say no to. It's going to hurt. But here's what you need to understand. Every invitation is a revelation that more opportunities like that are coming. Never think that's the last one. The fact that you were good enough to be invited into that opportunity is a sign of the kind of opportunities that are coming. Stop settling. Here's the blessing. Here's the blessing. When you have to say no to an opportunity, the blessing is you can now research. You can now start self-negotiating with yourself about what components you want in an opportunity that's ideal for you. This is what I want to protect. This is what I want to have provided. This is the flexibility I want. This is where I want to live, so that the next opportunity comes always as already going to be thrown up against the backdrop and template of what constitutes a great opportunity for me. You get to learn from every opportunity, even the ones you have to say no to. But it would be unwise and imprudent to say yes to something that's going to cost you more than it delivers you. Because you may have gotten what you wanted, but you also got more than you budgeted for.
Man, this stuff is so good. Are y'all enjoying this meal I put together for y'all? I hope you are. It's real good. I'm enjoying it myself. And I want to tell you, when it comes to opportunity, sometimes you just got to understand that every opportunity isn't a good fit for your life. Even sometimes a relationship opportunity, somebody that wants to hook up with you and be in a relationship with you, that's not always a good fit for you. Follow me now, follow me. I'm serious. Because sometimes somebody might want to be in a relationship with you, and you got to be totally honest with them and say, you know what? I am so fulfilled right now in my single life. I'm so in love with the life that I'm living. I'm so in love with following my purpose and getting in the best shape of my life physically and emotionally and spiritually and mentally. I'm so in love with following my dreams and volunteering and my hobbies that, to be honest with you, I don't really know how single and available I really am at this point in my life. I don't want to mislead anybody. I mean, I really don't. I would have to break up with myself to be in a relationship with you. And I don't know whether or not that makes sense. So you know what? When you feel like that as a single, that's so dope. Like, let somebody else catch the garter at the wedding. Let somebody else catch the bouquet. You don't need it because you don't really have time right now to be next. If you would be honest, you don't really know how available you are to be in a relationship, and you don't want to frustrate somebody unless somebody is willing to play like an ancillary role in your life and willing to play that space in your life. There's no need in you frustrating them or yourself. Just tell them, I appreciate the interest, but now's not the right time for me to be in a relationship because I'm in a relationship right now. It's just a relationship with my dreams and my God and myself. And I'm not even trying to be spooky or spiritual. I'm really enjoying this space in my life. So now, here's Chef. I know y'all saying, woo, Chile. Ain't that what y'all say? Haha, I got you. Now, before I close, who's getting ready to go? Here at Chef Keith's, we try to make sure that your oral hygiene is straight before you leave our restaurant. So we usually pass out mints to people to make sure you get your breath right. Some of y'all have situations where your situation is so strong, when we pick it up, while when our waiters pick it up, we bring you toothpaste and we put that on your bread and we tell you to finish that off with toothpaste on it. Then some of y'all, we go straight we hold your head back. We don't care if you sue us or not. We throw this right down your throat, right? Because you got bad breath, you don't have a throat, you have a throat. We throw it right in your throat, just like that. The rest of y'all, before we leave, I'm gonna give you one more thing to chew on. I'll give you these little mint gums to chew on. You know, when it comes to opportunities in life and relationships in life, even if you're not in a relationship, a courtship in your life, you still have to know how to manage all of the relationships in your life, because all the relationships matter. And it's very important, I'm gonna give you this to chew on, it's very important that you know in your life who's who in your life. Check this out.
You got the thief. He wants to take. You have the Lord. He wants to give. You get down to verse 12, and we're introduced to some people called hired hands. And the hired hands are described like this. It says, a hired hand will run when he sees a wolf coming. He will abandon the sheep because they don't belong to him, and he isn't their shepherd. And so the wolf attacks them and scatters the flock. Next verse. So the hired hand runs away because he's working only for the money and doesn't really care about the sheep. Now, clearly we're sheep in this story. The reason why I brought that up, you got to know, you got to do a catalog of who's in which group in your life. There's some people in your life that are takers. They're thieves. Then you have people in your life who are givers. They want what's best for you. Then you have people like this who are hired hands. They're getters. They're not takers. Watch the verse. They're willing to work for it as long as you compensate them. But when the wolf comes and takes away your ability to compensate, then they leave. In fact, they don't even wait till the wolf gets there. When they see the wolf coming. See, you got to know how to categorize people in your life and know where to put them. This is a taker, this is a giver, this is a getter. I'm not saying get rid of the getters. Just stop giving them too much credit. They're only there because of what they're getting. And getting is not always money. Sometimes the compensation is sex. The compensation could be tickets, VIP access, contracts, connections, support. Whatever you're giving them, as long as you give it to them, they're willing to hang around you and be around you and get it. But as soon as the wolf comes, the wolf can be your own illness. It could be a shutdown. It could be a loss of a client. Whatever it is, when the wolf is coming, the hired hand is leaving. That's what, watch this, and that's where the wolf is an enemy. So the wolf, the devil's called a snake in Genesis 3. He's a wolf right here in John 10. The way the wolf gets access to the sheep is always through people who are not committed to you. Because instead of covering you when the wolf comes, they leave you exposed. Because they were never committed to you. They were only committed to what they were getting from you. You ain't got to say a whole lot. Just got to be got awareness. I know who you are. I know who you are. I know where you fit in my life. All the hell that comes through my life comes through getters. Because they're not the ones who are attacking me. They're aiding and abetting the attacker. How do they do it? Because it's their job. See, the hired hand's job is to use his rod and his staff to protect the sheep. A part of the relationship should be protection. But because they're not committed to me or they're not committed to you, they're only committed to what they get from you. When danger comes, they're out. They might pray for you.
Did y'all hear that? Shush. Man, that was worth the whole meal right there. That was worth the whole meal. Whatever you paid for this meal, it was worth that. You know, that's one of them parts of the meal. You already finished eating, but you still got some gravy, some sauce on your plate, and you got to take that bread. You finish eating, but you take that bread and you sop up that sauce with it. That was a sopper right there. You got to know who's who in your life. Man, listen, I am completely out of time. I got more to say than I got time to say it, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't have time to put nothing else on your plate. I'm gonna give you a little doggy bag. And here's your doggy bag to go. You ready? Not only must you know who's who in your life, you got to understand this. As a single person, you cannot accomplish the opportunities and dreams that God puts in your life without people. You have to have relationships. You're going to need partnerships, and you're going to need a dream team.
God says to Habakkuk, I want you to write the vision and put it on tablets. And watch this, the person that runs with it is the person that reads it. Think about that. You write the vision, but you don't even run with it. The people that's going to take the vision are the people that read what you wrote. Watch this now. It's Habakkuk's vision that came from God. He writes it, people read it and run with it. The messengers of the vision ain't even Habakkuk. What I'm trying to ask you is, who's running with what you wrote? Your opportunity, the greater your opportunity, the more complicated and unique your team must be. Like some of y'all are running businesses. You can't run a business and run errands. Write this word down, task. If you don't learn how to delegate tasks, the clock will eat up every opportunity you have. Because while you're doing that, you should be doing this. You have to have somebody in your life who can do administration, who can do personal support. So I don't know who this is for. I just don't know who I'm talking. You have to have somebody who can help you get those things done so you can get the thing done. And the reason why this is so important, you have to understand, busy work will take your time away and cause you to lose opportunities. And because opportunities seem to exist outside of it's almost external. It's on the perimeter of our lives. It's an opportunity. It's out there. It's not operating within the daily, what I got to do. I got to do this every day, and I got to do this every day. And so the opportunity kind of gets left off the schedule as something we'll get to one day. But I'm telling you, you keep snoozing on it, you're going to miss it. Because every opportunity has a shelf life. And you must make it a priority.
You cannot accomplish a dream from God by yourself. It will always require cooperation. Who are you supposed to cooperate with? Many of us can't walk through windows of opportunity because we're hooked up with the wrong people. Opportunities require you to be linked to the right people. Sometimes you're linked to people who share a common struggle with you, a common past, but you must have a similar purpose. How can two walk together except they're in agreement? And some of us are hooked up in partnerships that won't allow us to seize opportunities. We're trying to force people into windows that don't fit. And if you're trying to force somebody that's incompetent into a window of opportunity that requires competence, neither you or them will go in. And some of us are missing windows of opportunity because we keep trying to drag people along that we feel responsible for. I'm already preaching. Do you have the wisdom to know who to cooperate with, and do you have the courage to stop operating with people who cannot get you through the opportunity?
Did y'all enjoy that meal today? Did you eat good? Are you nice and full? Did you enjoy Chef Keith's today? Are you having to unbuckle your belt to make room in your pants? Are you burping, sucking your teeth and burping? You probably got the itis right now, don't you? Yeah. You're probably fiending for a cigarette right now. You know that nicotine binge, fiending come real strong after a meal. You're probably ready to go outside right now, aren't you? Let me leave y'all alone. Listen, I done went so long today, I don't even have time to do my normal wrap up. So I'm going to turn it over to your campus host or hosts right now, and they're going to wrap it up for you. Plus, I got somewhere to go. I got to get to the praise and worship team band rehearsal tonight. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because they call, I got an email, right? And it came from the elders of the church and the pastors of the campuses and the music directors, and they all said they want to meet with me. So I'm pretty sure, they probably gonna give me a spot. You know, they probably gonna let me choose. You know, if you got all them high ups up there, it's gotta be about me, like where you wanna be, where you wanna fit onto the squad. Probably be like more like a welcome reception or something like that.
That's
Hey,
enough. That's enough. It's not even a real kitchen. Wrap it up.
Huh?